Hey guys, I'm back. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review on Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse. So let's begin with this movie review. So this review is actually going to be a bit different than my usual reviews. Instead of doing 5 categories, I'm going to be doing like the positives and negatives, and then maybe some like category focus stuff. So I'll start with the positives. So there is quite a bunch of stuff in this movie I did quite like. So of course there's a lot of like very unique animation style, like the previous movie Into the Spider-Verse. This one it's got a lot of unique animation. I quite like that, and the colours as well. And I really like that. The cast is really good as well. Like we've got a lot of the returning cast from the first movie, and some new casts such as like Miguel O'Hara as Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Woman is that one of the Afro there. And a lot more. Like there's also Indian Spider-Man you see in the poster, and the punk Spider-Man who's the British rocker, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man in this movie, I'll just say that. And yeah, I know I'm very late to seeing this movie. This movie's been out for a while now, but I only saw this today. And yeah, it was okay. It was decent, this movie, I think. It was enjoyable. So yeah. And there was some good action sequences, like probably the best has to be where all the Spider-Mans are chasing after Miles. That is the that is just a really good moment in the movie. I really enjoyed that bit. That bit was really exhilarating and had a lot of stuff in it. Another moment I must say I did quite enjoy was the fight between Miles and the new villain, the Spot, at the start of the movie. That was really fun to watch. But yeah, and maybe even at the start of the movie where Gwen's fighting against the the wooden vulture variant from a different universe. So yeah. But yeah, that is quite that's really it for the positives. There's a lot of good action in this movie, some very nice animation and visuals, and some great characters as well for the great voice acting cast. Moving on to the negatives of this movie, I do feel like I strongly feel like this movie was trying to cram a lot into it, with like so many references and Easter eggs, which I think is pretty good and fun. But the movie trying to showcase a lot of stuff all at the same time. It's cramming all this stuff into it. It's trying to show off its good stuff and visuals and like characters, and it just feels like it's too much. I just feel like it's just they crammed everything, and that reason I feel like that's one of its negatives in the movie. Just feels like it's being crammed too much. But yeah, there's also scenes where I feel like it's not it's a good story, but there's like scenes where, or some parts where I felt like the story wasn't that like doing anything. Like the Spot, for example, is a character who's a really good villain, but he was kind of underused a bit. Like he was only in the first half and then disappeared, and then he came back randomly. Like bits of the movie, it was really just random some parts, but yeah. The most really negative thing about this movie, for me, is like how they're trying to cram so much in, basically, as I said before, and show off its good stuff, but then it ends up basically making it worse. But yeah. Also feel like the movie has some unnecessary parts in it, like I don't really remember much of it, but I just remembered being like some bits the movie had which was really unnecessary and it didn't really need to be there, but they still included it. So yeah, that's really like one of the reasons why, which is like one of the downfalls of this movie. Now let's talk about the Easter eggs and references. There are so many Easter eggs to various different Spider-Mans in this movie. It's just crazy. So I'm not gonna name all of them because I'll take forever. I don't even know. I didn't see all of them, but I did see quite a few. So Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were seen in some archive footage in some parts of the movie, which I thought was pretty cool and pretty funny as well, seeing them in an animated movie. Yeah, there's a few moments where you see live action people interact with animated characters. There's, I'm pretty sure, he was in Homecoming, I forgot his name, but I think he was like the real life Prowler. He was like an anomaly in the Spider-Man 2099 universe. Miles sees this guy, yeah. And also like a scene where one of the Spider-Man variants or is like a Lego figure, so it's like a Lego universe, really funny. It's basically like a Lego world, like Lego minifigures. Yeah, and the Daily Bugle is brick built. Don't get why they didn't use the actual Lego set, the Daily Bugle, for that, but and yeah, there's also Spider-Man, who I really, really wanted to see. I think he did appear in it, if I'm not mistaken, for like a second. The PS5 Spider-Man, like the video game Spider-Man from the PS games was in there, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm just trying to think of what others I saw. So there's also the T-Rex Spider-Man, who I don't think has appeared in any comics, just there for comedic laughter, like just there for comedy. There's a spider cat. You see him at the top of the poster, just above Miguel's right shoulder, flying. That's really all I can name. Pretty sure there's like a few more, like the original Spider-Man team from the first movie, like Penny Parker, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Noir. Do come back, but they don't get an awful lot of screen time. Like maybe once in the chase scene, or not the chase. I think yeah, it is actually. And at the end, where Gwen assembles her team to rescue Miles. So yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man, let's just say, in this movie, and I can't possibly count all of them. And that is really it. All I have to say, I guess, for this movie review. That's really all I can think of. At the end of the day, Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse it's a fun sequel. Really good visuals and animation, really unique. Is trying to be unique, but it's got some nice action sequences with the Spider-Man as well. And yeah, but as I said, it has its flaws. One of its very big downfalls is it is trying to cram too much in. It feels like it's like a lot to take in. It can be very confusing. Even the end sometimes, like how Miles goes into the wrong universe, and in that universe he is the Prowler, which is Earth 42. So yeah, it can be confusing, but it's good. And yeah, I like how a lot of the Spider-Man references, Easter eggs and stuff, which is pretty fun. And my final thoughts on this movie, a lot of critics have been calling it the best Spider-Man. I have to disagree. It is not the best Spider-Man. Personally, I actually think Into the Spider-Verse was better than this movie. And yeah, it's a good movie, just not my favourite. And yeah, it's not the best Spider-Man, but out of 10, probably have to give it a solid, I don't know, 6.5, maybe possibly 7, probably 6.5. So yeah, that is it for this Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse review. If you enjoyed, please give this video a like, subscribe to find this videos if you want to, and until the next video, bye bye.